Welcome everyone to South Kitsap High School and Kitsap Bank Stadium as the South Kitsap Wolves take on the Timberline Blazers from Lacey, Washington. We're happy to be coming to you live this evening on SKTV, Wave Digital Cable 205, and also streaming live on YouTube. I'm Greg Pickard, and joining me in the booth tonight is Phil Ninger and Lee Ladeau, and finally my dear old dad, Brian Pickard.
Well, we have a beautiful night for football out here, and it's senior night at Kitsap Bank Stadium. We'd like to take a moment to recognize the seniors who have been working on our video productions. That's Avery Krumsick, Brennan Kovac, and Connor Castaneda. So it's just been a beautiful night. We had the band out here for the national anthem, and the honor guard was out here, and we'd like to go ahead and introduce the honor guard.
And their names are Lieutenant Camacho Mumper. We have Lieutenant Caitlin Croston, Senior Chief Joshua Wiggins, and Chief Anthony Montez. They did a fantastic job, and they're led by Captain Todd Shapler and Senior Chief Harold Vickers.
So Brian Pickard is here to announce our starting lineup for South Kitsap.
All right, the starting lineup for your South Kitsap Wolves. For the offense, we have left tackle Anthony Killingsworth, number 60, a junior. Left guard Jared Gregson, number 56, a junior. And starting at center, a junior, number 52, Jacob Miller. Right guard, number 61, another junior, Kenny Staffney. And at right tackle, number 55, a junior, Jaeger Bersheim. Our entire offensive line are all juniors tonight. At quarterback, getting his first start of the season, a senior, number 3, Cole Craner. At fullback, Jeremy Garcia, number 29, a senior. At running back, number 19, a senior, Michael Garcia. And at wide receiver, we have got 3 of them. Junior, number 11, Isaiah Bird. Number 7, a sophomore, Quinn Ogan. And rounding out the offensive starters, number 81, a senior, Albert MacArthur. For the defensive side of the ball, we have at defensive end, we have number 33, a junior, Nolan Van Amen. Defensive tackle, a senior, number 28, Elijah Griffin. At nose tackle is the big man, number 60, a junior, Anthony Killingsworth. The other defensive tackle, number 55, a junior, two-way starter, Jaeger Bersheim. And rounding out the D-line is number 27, a junior, Eli Watchery. Our linebackers tonight, number 35, a junior, J.J. Leota. He was our leading tackler last game. The other linebacker is number 6, a sophomore, Nathan Marin. At strong safety, number 2, another sophomore, Jacob Lewis. Our cornerbacks tonight are number 24, a senior, Caden Anderson, and number 37, a sophomore, Jimmy Olstead. And rounding out the defensive squad tonight is number 9, a senior, Jesse Strutz. Gentlemen, we got a lot of underclassmen here starting tonight, including 3 sophomores on the defensive side of the ball. Is that going to play into tonight's game at all, or are they now veteran enough and got enough time into them that it's not new for them?
Well, we're getting down to the end of the season, and some of these kids have got a lot of playing time, but I'm more interested in the offense. Kind of a tough game for South last weekend. We lost 2 starters. We lost the quarterback and the starting running back. Greg, how do you think that's going to play into our offensive mindset?
It'll be interesting to see what the coach has drawn up for tonight, because you really have your 2 biggest offensive weapons taken out of play. You have your quarterback's arm, so we have a fresh new quarterback coming in, and so one would think that you might look towards the run, but at the same time, you also lost your top running back. So I think the coach is probably going to go out tonight and try to figure out what is going to work against these Blazers and go from there.
So what do we know about the Blazers? I know they were not at the top of this very difficult Narrows League.
Well, they're quite new to the Narrows League as well, if I'm not mistaken. The last, 2-3 years they're in the Narrows League. And I know that they do have a better record than us. They're, I believe, 3-6. So I know it's a cliche, but there's no way that they can take this game any light. We've been burnt a couple of times when we've had the lead, and I think we've probably felt like we could coast it a bit and failed to close out the game.
Definitely agree, especially on senior night. You know, emotions are running high. These seniors want to come out and play and give it one last stand here on the home field. I know it's always an interesting mix of emotions coming as a senior because, you know, some of these kids, it might be the last time they see football until they go on to something else. And it's not necessarily, for some of them, you know, they've had their chance to be done. Some of them will go on to play. But it's a big night for everyone involved.
So we have the Cabs on the field waiting for the coin toss. The coin toss is, we have an honorary captain out there doing the coin toss, a staff sergeant just re-enlisted.
Mr. Brandon Weaver.
So we'll wait here for the toss.
You know, you were talking, Greg, about what the coach may have drawn up. But, you know, I talked to him a little bit today. And I thought he was thinking about running the ball a little bit more. And I'm not sure that's because Cole hasn't been playing the starting quarterback role, or it was at one point it was pretty windy out there. But looking at the flag, there doesn't seem to be any wind whatsoever. So, you know, Phil and I were talking about it earlier on. It's not really the game of the Wolves to be running it right now. I still think it might be a 50-50. What do you think there, Brian?
Well, you never know. You know, sometimes, you know, teams will, you lose a starter, or in this case, 2 starters. Sometimes, you know, it fires them up, and some of these kids step it up and fill the void and then some. And you go, wow, where was this all season long type of thing? And they know they need to just step it up another notch or 2 or 3 notches to compensate for the loss. And all of a sudden, their fortunes are changing. So, you know, you just never know. And I agree with Greg in that senior night, and the emotions are high and things. You know, they have a great long tradition here for senior nights. The seniors get their lockers all decorated up, and I have to admit, Greg, I've come across your locker decorations that I think you've hung on to, and it's something that kids remember. And so that just plays into it. And they got their family down there, their parents, their grandparents in some cases, and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters. It's really pretty cool tradition. So, you know, all that mixed in it. I expect the Wolves to come out here and give the Blazers a ball game here, and wouldn't surprise me if we saw a nice big W at the end of the game.
Well, South is going to receive the opening kickoff, and back to receive is number 23, Connor Seaton, and number 2, Jacob Lewis for South Kitsap. Let's see if we get a good return out of this and get started right.
It's very nice to see that we still got the student section cheering on the team as well. It's pretty cold out there, and you know they've been supporting the team all season long. So you got to applaud the student section.
You know, I had a conversation with the defensive coordinator for the Wolves, and anyway, he was kind of sharing with me a few interesting, I wouldn't say trick plays, but making the Blazers maybe think a little bit about what they got to do.
Well, it's a short kick, bounces off the South Kitsap player, and is out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So that was Connor Seaton did a nice job of just crowding the ball out of bounds.
I thought it might just go out of bounds, and there would have been a flag, obviously, on the play there. It had it at 35. That would have been nice.
So South is lining up on offense already, so huddling up certainly does not appear to be in their plans right now.
It'll be interesting to see if they try to play this hurry-up offense with a new quarterback in there, but it looks like that might be taken care of. So,
and first play is a run to number 19. That's Michael Garcia for no gain. And again, not huddling up, so.
No, I wouldn't expect him to change too much. I think as a senior, he's a football player, bottom line. I think he's in there to play, and he's been studying the system all year for this very situation, and so I would expect the coaches to expect him to step up as well.
So we have Garcia for another run. Unfortunately, same result, kind of stopped at the 20, so we're going to have 3rd and 10. Long 10 yards to go for first down.
Now we're saying here that the Wolves can't take this game lightly. Really, you think about it, their opposition can't take this lightly. Really, if they take it lightly, who knows what's going to happen? They may be looking at the record thinking we've got an easy win here.
So we have a flag on the play.
Looks like motion. Or false start.
So that costs the Wolves 5 and makes it a long third down and about 15 yards. Not the way you want to start the game off.
Is that one of the wide receivers there that moved when they went to listen and of the change of the call? I think it was. And some of those guys, you just can't move that much. Showing blitz. Here it comes.
So unfortunately, receiver falls down. Cole Kramer trying for Isaiah Bird, number 11, and he slipped on that play.
He looked like it was a quick drop, but he had a little bit of time there. So that may fare well for the Wolves a little bit. Hopefully the next time they get the ball.
And Nolan Seals is on the punt for the Wolves, and he'll be, punting line scrimmage at the 15-yard line. So hopefully we get a good kick. No wind to speak of right now.
Oh, that's a favorable bounce right there.
Chris Barnes, the return man, being 6 on the return. First down, Blazers.
So with that punt return, the Blazers will start about the SK 45-yard line. I expect, and I'm sure, as we all do up in the broadcast booth, the defense really needs to step up and play tonight. What do you guys think?
I would expect him to step up and play tonight and be ready. And to be honest with you, I would be ready for the big play right here on first down. I don't know why.
You always like that after a quick in and out and a quick strike, and I can't disagree with you there, Lee, but I hope it doesn't work.
So it looks like a running play. Breaks off the left-hand side and gains about 5 yards.
He's a good-sized quarterback there.
I was noting the size of these guys. There's some big boys on this team.
Yeah, I was walking by them as they were coming on out, and linemen are pretty good size. So, we'll see if the running attack is what they want to do. They do run out of a pistol shotgun formation. Man motion and jet sweep. Run the edge. Nice job by South trying to keep the edge. But a gain of about 10 yards. Call it 11. That's going to be a first down for the Blazers.
It's 44, Anthony Hathaway for him. He's a 5'10". He's 200 pounds.
11-yard gain on the play. First down, Blazers.
So some size and some speed by the Blazers. So going to definitely need to gang tackle that young man. So it's 1st and 10 from about the Wolves' 29-yard line. Motion the other direction. Another jet sweep to the other side, getting outside. Unfortunately, he looks like he's going all the way. That's
He
a
has
touchdown.
got some speed, doesn't he?
That was number 3,
9-yard gain, touchdown.
Chris Barnes for the Blazers, and he goes in for a touchdown. So not a great start for the Wolves. Twice they're letting them get outside and not stopping them going around those corners.
They got those corners or DNs or linebackers. They got to force that back into the middle where the rest of their teammates are at. So.
Yeah, and the South Kitsap Wolves run a 4-3, so usually that's the defensive end's responsibility. I'm sure they'll be talking a lot about that in the sidelines. But so far, it's been that outside edge that the Wolves have really given up.
So that was a high snap, but good job by the holder to get that down. And
I'll bet next series Blazers have the ball. We'll see that fly sweep again because that was pretty good up both sides.
So a quick start for the Blazers. Took them about 3 plays to go down 45 yards and score against the Wolves. And Wolves are going to be lining up to receive the kick.
With Halloween tomorrow night, guys, what do you think? Hopefully we see some treats out of the Wolves and some tricks that go our way. It's 7-0 here midway through, not quite midway through the first quarter, but big return here. I'm predicting it. Here we go.
Well, you had one win on the season. You might as well take some chances here at senior night and see what you can pull off. So the Blazers lined up for the kick. And back for the Wolves are Connor Seaton and Jacob Lewis. So it's another short kick taken by Upback. Does a good job returning. Wolves have the ball about the 33-yard line. And that's number 45, and that's Hayden Woodlingham with the return. So it doesn't seem like there's a lot of leg on that kicker.
I have to agree with you, Phil. We got to take advantage of that straight away because I don't think the style's quite there just yet. Maybe he's just developing and learning. So the sooner we can take advantage of that, the better.
So we saw 2 runs and then a pass from the Wolves in the first possession. We'll see what they got this time. It's a run up the middle by the quarterback. And he's doing a great job moving up through the middle and gains 8 yards. What a great run by Cole Craner.
Good read. You saw that outside defender really jump to the outside, jump to the running back, and the quarterback, like he should, pulls it and runs for about 8-yard gain?
8-yard gain. So we have 2nd down and 2 for the Wolves. Much better start.
Blazers pretty much got that box stacked as well. You'd think maybe we might want to throw something.
Oh, here we go. The pressure on the quarterback does a great job of moving out. Now he's got a whole bunch of Blazers on him. And
Not
he's
getting
down
out
for
of
a
that
sack.
one. He did a nice job avoiding that rush from the left side, but got caught up with him. Nowhere to go with the ball.
So that's a big loss. That's about 15 yards on the ball.
That's a shame. We just got that 8-yard gain, and that might be not playing the quarterback position for a lot this year. And I would have said maybe if Jake was there, he would have gotten rid of the ball.
So that's a 14-yard loss. Brings up 3rd and about 16. Blitz coming in. Quick pass out to Isaiah Bird. Isaiah makes some moves and picks up about six yards. So it's 4th and 10. Nice pass play. Nice job getting out, but it's the second 3 and out for the Wolves.
Yeah, that's the type of pass play I kind of would expect to see after getting a new quarterback in there. Establish confidence early with some nice short, high percentage passes and let them go from there. I wouldn't expect to see any long down the field throws right away, but I think the South can really operate in that short screen to short range, 1 or 2 step drop pass plays.
Sutherland for the punt gets a nice kickoff.
Fair
catch called, and it's bumps. It hits one of the Timberline players, and South may have the ball.
I got to think they do.
Nope. Indicating they hung on that ball. They are very lucky there. That's a tough break. That would have been a nice turnover there for the Wolves.
Those are sort of breaks the Wolves, I think, are going to need tonight and be able to capitalize on. So hopefully we get a couple more of those bounces. So 1st and 10 for the Blazers on their 32-yard line. And it's a run play up the middle, and Wolves are all over it.
Nice defensive play. Give that credit to the linemen for bottling it up and the linebackers coming in to finish him off.
There's a loss of 4 on the play, so it brings up 2nd down 14.
It'll be interesting to see if the Timberline are going to throw the ball. They haven't thrown it once yet. I don't believe anyway.
And again, wind is not a factor. It's really windy here earlier today, but it's straight down now.
Watch for that fly sweep that was so effective that last series. Nope, drop it back to pass.
Go pass. And the defender, ball's thrown behind the receiver, and he slips trying to go back for it. So that's a nice job for the Wolves. It brings up 3rd and 14.
So it looks like their quarterback does have an arm. Maybe not quite accurate right now, but it looks like he can certainly get it out.
3rd down, Blazers.
Got 3rd and long here. Blazers up 7-zip, 7:14 left to go in the first quarter.
So Blazers look like they may have a false start. I'm not sure if South jumped off first.
I think we jumped off first.
Yep, so it's going to be offsides by South Kitsap.
Back in my day, the defense could jump, which is a good thing. I was a D lineman, and we could get back. But now you know, if an offensive player moved, it was them, but not anymore, guys.
So we have third and long 9, short 10 yards. Pass play coming up the middle. Robin's our edge. Nice catch by the receiver, stays in bounds.
I thought he went out of bounds, and there's coaches even pointing to that right now, and there's no referee near that.
That young man got some definite speed.
I'd really like to see an instant replay of that. I'm pretty sure he went out of bounds.
Looked like he was out of bounds about the 35, 34-yard line, but the officials didn't.
How many
catch
yards
it.
was that, guys?
I think it was about 60,
65.
60 yards, 63,
It was
I
a
think.
well-thrown ball, though. You know, like you said, definitely a complete pass, but I think he did go out of bounds. Fortunately, refs didn't see it, so South doesn't catch a break there. But you got to give him credit. It was a nice, well-thrown ball right where only his receiver could catch it.
Yeah, certainly, right over his outstretched arms. Nice pass by the quarterback.
That guy just turned on the jets and ran underneath the ball, and he was gone.
So that's his second touchdown tonight, I believe. Definitely something we got to watch out for.
Yeah, we've got just under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, and we're down 14, and I don't want to see this get out of hand. So hopefully our boys can pull something together here.
Well, again, we know that the kicker's kicking short. Hopefully we can come up short, get a return. Give us some good field position. Saw some promise on offense. Penalty kind of killed us. So,
On something like this, you've seen them kick twice. Each time they were short. Do you move some of your more fleet of foot guys up, or you just leave it the same?
I'd move everybody up at least 5 yards.
Yeah, and I would just keep one man at the back. That's just my personal opinion. I probably would keep Jacob Lewis back there. He's got some speed, number 2 for us.
Of course, they have tape on these teams, so we're not sure what they've seen all week, and if.
Well, the 2 up backs are right there about on the 13-yard line, and that's quite a ways up. So obviously, the kicker, the Blazers kicker, is not a deep threat there, but that ball can take a funny bounce. So I hope they're ready to catch it.
Yep, and that's Connor Seaton and Jacob Lewis back. So there's another one bouncing around, picked up by Connor.
Nice move.
Makes some moves and nice return. Brings the ball back up to 38-yard line, where South Kitsap will start their own 38.
Got good field position, so hopefully we make something out of this with the Wolves. Got a Blazer slow and getting up. He's slow and doing up. No coaches coming out. Athletic trainers coming out to give him a hand, though.
Yeah, that's number 25, Ty Edmond. He's a sophomore, 200-pound sophomore for him.
Well, going back to what you said earlier, if you could get something going here on offense, that would be obviously, goes without saying, it'd be great to see. And who knows, it might just give them that little spark they need to get the ball rolling for them.
So,
Oh, he
quarterback
got
keeps
away.
the
A little
ball,
escape. Here we
slept.
go.
One block is what he needs. Just needs a block. Watch the man from behind.
Brings it all the way down to the 16-yard line. South Kitsap first down. Nice job by Cole Craner, slipping some tackles in the backfield and getting on out.
Well, going back to what we said.
Excellent play. Sorry, there.
No, just going back to what we said. They can get something positive here.
First down, Wolves.
The Wolves lined up again, looking for the play from sideline. We're at the 19-yard line.
Show them blitz. Here they come off the corners.
Quick pass play to Isaiah Bird.
Nice catch, but his knee was down. And in college and high school and college, you put that knee down and you're down whether you're touched or not.
So that's a gain of, looks like 6 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 4.
So I like to see more so far. South really having some effective, just short yardage passes, and I think if they can get their quarterback rolling, their offensive rolling around that, it'll open things up more up the middle.
Run this time by number 19, that's Michael Garcia.
It was a nice run right up left side there. Offensive line gave him a little bit of room.
Makes it 3rd and 1.
I know it's only first quarter, but you thinking this is 4 down territory?
Oh, I think so. When you have a team that's scoring on you like Blazers are right now.
They're showing blitz.
Oh,
I
we think we might have a first down here.
I think that middle linebacker, or maybe it was a safety, can't quite tell from up here, that he came on a little bit too strong and may have stepped over that line for encroachment.
Thank you very much. He has, and we'll take that first down.
So that'll be half the distance to the goal, ball on the 4.5-yard line, first down Wolves.
I can almost see a quarterback sneak here now.
What do we got, about 5-yard line?
Yeah, we're on, actually just inside. So
There we go.
it's Michael Garcia with the ball, trying left-hand side and out of bounds, and then he's thrown down 2 or 3 yards out of bounds.
With the referee standing right there, and there's no call.
Zach Rohr on the stop.
He made contact inbounds, but that's a few steps out of bounds. So it beats.
You know, these
it's an
referees,
adjustment.
they're here to call the game and make sure that they're, playing by the rules and all that kind of thing. But they also got to watch out for, calls and situations where there's player safeties involved too.
And there seemed to be a lack of that at the stadium game
Oh, so
on Saturday.
Cole Craner tripped on the turf there, and unfortunately he's down for a loss.
The turf monster.
2-yard loss on the play, 3rd down.
So that'll bring up 3rd down goal from the 6. The Wolves try to push in here. I think, as long as you get some yards on this, positive yards, you go for it on 4th.
There we go.
There's Cole Craner in for the
There
touchdown.
we go. There it
Very
is.
nice run. Very nice run. We'll take that for sure.
5-yard gain on the play. Touchdown! Roar!
Once again, that cannon goes off and I jump.
So the Wolves kind of started out slow in the first couple of possessions, but were able to stop Timberline and come on in and score this time.
I think that's going to give the Blazers some food for thought now that they're going to have to watch Cole Craner here, because they have not been able to watch any film on him.
You know, I agree. I think Craner has given the Wolves a little more mobility at quarterback. Not to say Jake's done a bad job at all, but Craner seems to be a little faster, a little more elusive, and looking to run a little bit more at first.
So Souza in for the kick, and unfortunately it's no good, it's short.
I don't know, he must have, he's kind of like he stubbed his toe on that one. Maybe hit the turf first, because usually he's got a nice strong kick, and it just didn't go anywhere. That was a infield pop-up to the second base. Well, probably the pitcher on that one.
Well, as we've seen in the past couple of weeks, when the offensive score, for some reason, it seems to spark our defense. So we can get ourselves a turnover or even just a stop here. You never know. This, again, we coming back, and this could be one of those high-scoring games.
And so far this game, we've got
So we have a replay of that run coming on in here for the touchdown. See him cut up the middle and take it out to the left-hand side. Boy, great job puts on those jets.
Yeah, good vision. Good vision. He saw where that hole was. All right, at the end of this that drive, we've got the Wolves. They've got about 42 yards rushing and 12 passing for obviously 54 yards or so, and the Blazers they've got about a little over 100 yards, pretty balanced rushing of 41 yards, 65 yards passing, and we've got 5:07 left in the first quarter. It's 14-6 Blazers.
Looks like we're lining up for an onside kick.
Nope, it's a little pooch kick.
Oh, I wouldn't kick it to him. He's Mr. Wheels. Number 9 tracking him down.
Slips
luck.
a tackle. And nice return up the left-hand side. Again, that's I don't think the person you want kicking off to. That's Chris Barnes. He already has 2 touchdowns tonight.
And he's got some speed.
I'm sorry to question our coach there, but guys, if we're going to pooch kick it, we might as well, in my opinion, we might as well onside kick it and give our guys a chance at least to get the ball.
Well, with that return, the Blazers will start on the South Kitsap 38-yard line. That's their best field position.
Jesse Stratz, number 9, just about. He had his hands on him for a nice coverage and just couldn't pull him down. And obviously, the Blazer runner, strong runner, and he got away from that tackle. But you got to give Strutz kudos for a good effort there.
Yeah, you sure do. That would have been about 30 yards further back, so nice try. Blazers lined up on offense. We get looks like a jet sweep, but he cuts it back inside, and Wolves do a good job of turning that play in.
That D end on the left side there, turned that in, and lo and behold, he had some help there.
I think it was Elijah Griffin that got the tackle there.
The ball carrier.
So picked up about a foot or so. Second down and a long 9.
Elijah Griffin on the stop, no gain on the play.
It's a run right up the middle, dive play. Wolves are there, roll over
man,
at.
they just stuffed that. That was a great defensive play. Good job, offensive linemen and linebackers coming in to finish them off. I want to do a shout out to my wife. She usually calls these, turnovers, and she'll go, "It's time for a turnover," and they get it. So if you're listening, call it out. The Wolves could use your help.
So we have 3rd and 7 coming up. Probably pass play coming. Looking, hits the receiver, throw kind of behind the receiver, but got him in the hands, but drop ball. So here's one of those spots where I think you go for it on 4th down.
If I'm Blazers coach, I think right now I call that fly sweep with the wide receiver coming in motion across to get the ball. So
I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those pooch kicks that we did last week as well.
Quarterback's in pistol formation. Fakes, nice fake, deep throw, and it's caught. Nice pattern, nice fake by the quarterback, and that's Chris Barnes again on the catch. So the ball's down 12-yard line where it's 1st and 10.
I'd say that was just too easy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people went for the run fake, and for a little while we had one-on-none coverage, and then the cornerback did a good job of getting back to him, but fairly open. So South gets up
Wolves showing blitz, and here it comes.
Coming on in, getting to the quarterback, the quarterback drops the ball.
Well, I thought that would be an incomplete pass. If we had picked that up, that would have been an interception.
I think the Wolves coaches thought that was maybe a fumble, but I think I saw his arm going forward.
Well, they're calling it a fumble because they're marking it back a couple yards. So it's 2nd and 13 from the 15-yard line. So well-timed blitz by the Wolves there.
I'd almost say go with the same thing.
Well, here's that jet sweep. Wolves do a good job turning it in, stopping for a 3-yard gain.
They obviously made that correction on the sidelines and telling those DENs they got to do their job and turn it in. They've done that the last 2 times and shut down that play that was a big one the last series that Blazers had the ball. So nice job, coaches. Nice job, DENs to take care of that. Let's hope it continues.
So we have 3 receivers over to the right-hand side in this pistol formation. Quarterback's back to pass. Wolves are coming at him. Oh, he's missed a wide-open receiver. Drop ball, so now bring up 4th and 10. From the 12-yard line, it looks like we're going to get a field goal attempt.
Interesting, the kickoff is always short, and what are they going here for? About a 30-some yard field goal here?
Yeah, it looks like it's just inside of 20, so.
It's like a 28-yard attempt.
Mm. Snap's good. And the kick's good. So he had enough leg for that. Didn't go over by a lot, but that brings the score to 17-6 Blazers with about 2 minutes left in that first quarter.
I'm going to say that's probably a defensive win, really. We sort of gave him quite a few yards there, and we still managed just to hold him to a field goal.
I agree. Anyway, a lot of excitement here before the game started, senior night. All the seniors were introduced for the band and for the football players. They do and cheerleaders. Thanks, Phil. He said to me, "Don't forget those guys." But it's always exciting, and they recognize not only the seniors but also their families that have supported and encouraged them, and lots of photo opportunities right there.
So the Wolves are back to receive, again expecting a short kick at this point. So we have Connor Seaton and Jacob Lewis back again to receive. Waiting for the ball. Again, they're at the 12-yard line, so obviously not expecting anything real long, but I think I'd even move them up a little bit closer.
I would move him up a little bit closer. And, like I said on the last kickoff for Blazers, I think I would just try and get Jacob Lewis maybe a little bit more central. No disrespect to Connor Seaton, but Lewis, I think, does have a little bit more speed, so we might want to use that to our advantage. I think he's trying to keep it away from Connor or from Jacob as well. Let that go out.
That's going out of bounds, so.
So what's that ball go on the,
Goes on the 35?
35.
Yeah, Wolves will start with the ball right there. They do have a choice of having them kick off again, but
well, I'm going to say, why not have him re-kick off again? Because he obviously does not have the leg for this. So I am a little bit surprised that they're not having him take it again.
yeah, I think I agree completely with you, Lee. I'd have him kick again. Last kickoff we had a return to 38, so this actually works in their favor.
It baffles me.
So Cole Craner's going to go under center for the first time tonight. Different look. And it's a fake. And it's a pass play out to Isaiah Bird. Yep.
Too bad that way. Receiver deep was open. He just couldn't. I don't think he saw him.
I think there might have been a little bit of a miscommunication there. I'm not sure whether he was trying to get it over number 10, Casey Carter, or try to get it to Casey. I'm not too sure there.
Either way, it's an incomplete pass.
You had Bird, number 11, that was deep. He was down about 15, 20 yards, and he was open, and might have been going to him. Just don't know.
So we've empty backfield, man motion. Cole's keeping it going up the middle, and he's going to gain about 2 yards, 2-3 yards.
We got some of the Blazer players getting a little chippy. Number 61 for the Wolves. Kenny Staffney had a just nice block, just drove him back about 8 yards, and he didn't like that and took kind of a cheap shot, but refs didn't see it.
Well, we'll see if the offensive line can take control of this game and just start to drive the ball down the field. So we have 3rd and 7. Wolves back to pass, and he misses his receiver, so that'll bring up 4th down for the Wolves. Kind of a chancy running your quarterback when he's already the second one you got, as your main runner, and he seems to have the most yards tonight.
I have to agree with you, Phil. We certainly don't need another injury. Not just from the perspective of probably not having anybody else out there, but you just don't want to see any more kids get hurt. I think Coach has had enough of that for this season.
Yeah, Sousa's in the punt. Whoa, almost blocked, but he gets a nice punt off. And the Wolves will down and down. About a 25-yard punt.
Got to believe that Blazer, if he stretches out, he'll get that block.
Yeah, that was close. I think Wolves need to kind of shore up that side a little bit, and for next punt. And who knows, maybe we'll be lucky we don't have to punt again tonight. So we have a minute left in the first quarter, and it's 17-6, and the Blazers will start at their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to pass.
Deep ball to number 4. Makes some moves. Nice job.
You saw the quarterback pat his helmet, look over, and you knew it was coming.
That's Eli Allen. He's a 6'3" wide receiver, so get the ball up nice and high, and got a completion there. So that's about a 40-yard gain on play.
What do we have there right now with stats there, Brian?
We got 119 yards passing, 42 rushing for Timberline, and the Bears are stuck at 45 yards.
Oh, that's
rushing.
a fumble. Oh, they're calling that an incomplete pass, and that's just incorrect. That ball went sideways or backwards. It did not appear to go forward to me. But it'll bring up second down. It looked like...
If we can get a replay on that, that'd be nice.
So I think we got a replay coming. Yep.
We're ready.
Yeah, it looked like a sideways ball to me, but the officials called it good. So next play is a running play up the middle. Oh no, he's making some breaks. He's breaking through, and that's a touchdown. That's another touchdown for Timberline. That's Wolves need to do a little bit better job tackling on that one. I think about 6 of them get their arms on them.
Well, to be honest with you, Phil, Greg and I are sitting here talking. He's got long hair, but if that's all I can grab to tackle him, it's all legal. I'm grabbing it.
Yeah, that's Yuli Ma'e. He's a 200-pound senior running back, and he definitely powered through. But like I said, I think a bunch of Wolves had a shot. So this will bring up the extra point. Wolves get close, but don't get it, and that'll make the score 24-6 Timberline with about 22 seconds left in the first quarter.
Tough first quarter for the Wolves, but one of the things we've seen them do is, come back from these. Let's hope we see that again tonight.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes the ball bounce the right way once or twice for you, and you get some momentum built up. So hopefully it can start with a good return, and we can get the offense going and get down there and score. I mean, you score, and it's still the first quarter, so.
I agree with you there earlier, Phil. That, to me, looked to be a sideways, if not backwards pass, which is obviously a live ball, and it looked like we had it. So, they're a little bit hard done by there.
Yeah, I remember a similar call back when we played, and we had all drawn up that we were intentionally throwing a backwards pass. It was going to be a bounce pass off the turf, and our receiver was going to pick it up and then throw a deep ball. And the referees blew it dead as well. And, I think kind of at this level, the referees don't see that.
Very good memory there. I remember that exact play now that you brought that up. And they did. The referees called it dead. And I think I remember DJ not being too happy about that.
No, Coach Segerson was definitely not pleased about that, especially because he had told the referee it was coming.
Yeah, exactly, because I believe when you have trick plays like that, you let the referees know exactly what's coming and when it's coming, so they're getting it.
So another short kick. This one again to number 23, and it's Connor Seaton. He bring it up the right side. Brings the ball up to the 35-yard line.
When you guys say that Coach Segerson wasn't real thrilled with that, he was such a patient, low-key guy, but seeing him get fired up, I remember that well too, and took a lot to get him going, but great coach. He's now serving as principal down at middle school down in Peninsula School District, and we miss him a lot here in South Kitsap.
Well, that play apparently didn't take any time off the clock, so we have 22 seconds left. And South Kitsap has his own version of jet sweep, throws deep. Oh, nice try, but just out of reach of MacArthur. But, you got to like the fact they're trying to go deep.
Second down.
Definitely, I think it opens things up a little more, keeps him honest, although I think his receiver had a chance. He put it in a good spot, just a little too out there, but if they keep passing, I think it's going to open things up for him in the next quarter or so.
Yeah, I'd like to see them do that with Bird, to be honest with you. He's got some speed.
The second time Bird fell down, Cole Crane looked like he was looking for him. Bird fell down, makes a run for it, picks up about 2 yards, and after about a 40-yard scramble. So that brings us to the end of the first quarter.
Certainly a tough first quarter for the Wolves. But as Brian said earlier, can't count them out. They're going to keep trying. And they get a couple of good bounces and a couple of more scores that go their way or something. Who knows what can happen?
Well, here's something new for South Kitsap. For the first time in my memory, we're going to be hosting a West Central District 3 2A playoff game here on Tuesday, November 3rd at 7 p.m. Something that without this brand new field, we never would have been able to do. So that's just another luxury that we have here is being able to host playoff games so that as we get into the playoffs, we'll have the chance. I remember last time we had to travel for every game, even though we were the quote-unquote home team.
Even though we don't know who's going to be playing that game, folks, I've always said one of your best sports dollar, entertainment dollars that you can pay is good high school sports. Name your.
Obviously, either I saw it wrong or the referees just didn't see it. So I'm going to blame the referees, not myself.
You always do.
Obviously, I'm just being a little bit biased and want the best for the Wolves.
So we're starting from the 49-yard line. And first play is a pass play. Quarterback is dropping back further. Throws it. Oh, Wolves have him for a big loss. They broke off to the left-hand side, and it's going to be a big gain. He brings the ball down to the Wolves' 31-yard line. That's a 20-yard gain.
Really too bad. That play had so much promise. The Wolves had the quarterback backpedaling, almost slipping. Just a flip it pass out to the flat opens up, and one or two missed tackles later. Blazers come away with the first down.
That first quarter, the Blazers had a total of 183 yards of offense compared to 59 for SK.
So 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. Handoff to the right-hand side. Trying to cut back, he's met by a pack of Wolves, but he gains about 8 yards on that play.
I see a flag coming. Yes, I saw our player hit one of their players when they were out of bounds, and I wouldn't even be surprised if he got ejected.
Second flag down towards Timberline line. I wonder if they said something.
So we've got a couple flags. We'll let the officials work this out.
I think a little bit of frustration starting to set in right now.
No, it's senior night, and I know to these kids this is a game they want to win. You always want to win on senior nights like homecoming. And I'm sure not pleased right now, but
I certainly don't like to see that, but I have at this moment, if it's going to be the way that our team get fired up, then
we have a holding call against Timberline and a personal foul penalty against
Penalties holding against the Blazers.
The Wolves.
And a personal foul against the Wolves.
Do they have to pull the offending player out on a call like that, or is that coach's discretion?
No, a lot of times the coach will pull them out, unless the official walks on over to the coach and says, "Hey, take them on out," which rarely happens these days. The officials do have the option of ejecting a player, but that's not where we're at here.
I always laugh on the way they do that. Go 10 yards one way, then 15 yards the other. Why don't you just do the 5?
That'd be higher math for some of these people. So, okay, so we have what do we have? I think we have first down and 4 as the end result of that. So they're back to pass. Long pass to left side, broken up by the Wolves. Nice job.
Defense.
I think that was Jacob Lewis there, number 2.
So, good job by Lewis on that play, getting in his hand up there to break that pass up. So I'll bring up second down and about 4 yards to go for the Blazers. Another jet sweep. going around the left-hand side, getting around the outside. Good job by the Wolves to get out there. And they stop him for no gain, maybe a loss of 1 or 2 yards. Obviously, Wolves doing a lot better job on that play.
So Phil, is your son Christopher? You think he's listening online tonight?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm hoping he is. He, being in Africa, he has some problems with some data streaming sometimes. So
Yep.
he watches whenever he can.
Well, Christopher, if you're listening to us, we miss you, buddy. We're proud of you for serving in the Peace Corps down there in Africa, and I know you're having time of your life and learning lots of great experiences.
So another handoff inside. We have a flag down to play in the area of holding, so we'll see what happens. Wolves did a great job of getting on that one.
They did. They jumped all over that one. Good penetration by the line, and once again, linebackers finishing them off.
I got to say they need to take this penalty because if they decline it, I think Blazers are going to go for it either way. So I think you need to take the 10 yards. What do you think, Phil?
I agree with you. It's a 10-yard penalty in high school is a big penalty. Makes fourth down a lot harder to get to, and hopefully you can just stop them on third down and make it 4th and 15. It also pushes them back for any sort of a field goal attempt. So there'll be replay of third down then, and we have, looks like it's about 16 yards to go. So 3rd and 16, let's see if the Wolves can hold them. Quick pass out to left-hand side to a streaking receiver. Hit hard by the Wolves.
That was our number 11. I believe that was.
That's it. And that's a just a great job by the Wolves defense, making a sure tackle. Brings up 4th and 6. So stop him here, and we have turnover on downs.
Was that Isaiah Bird that stopped him there, Phil?
I believe it was. I couldn't. The angle we have up here is hard to see the number. So, and the Wolves do stop him on 4th down, and that brings up a turnover on downs. First down for the Wolves.
There we go. I think that's their first stop on defense.
That's why they need to play it. Hey, since I'm giving shout-outs to sons here, Lee, can you give us an update on your youngest, Aaron? He's kicking for Minot State back there in South Dakota, and I know he had a little bit of an injury and a little dinged up, but he's back playing and doing well, I hear.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well right now. He's number 1 in the NSIC, and he's number 15 overall for Division II football as a punter. And he's still suffering the injury. I sometimes telling him not to do it, but he's not going to listen to me now.
Oh, no. Well, that was a bit of a trick play. In fact, that was the play that Coach Booth was talking to me about. Looks like they're going to go with it again. What do you call this, Phil?
You know, I'm not sure what what they're doing here for play. I think it's just, okay, we're going to put our quickest guy.
There's a flag.
That's
I'm sure
face
there was
mask,
a horse collar or a face mask there.
So I had 15 yards, but I think it's just we're going to put our couple of guys against yours and let our athleticism.
So far, so good. I like it.
I think this is the speed competition right here.
The number 11 for the Blazers getting a little bit chippy out there. It's his penalties on him, and he's doing some talking out there. He's not a happy camper.
Personal foul, face
So
mask against the Blazers.
So that takes 15 yards, and that pushes the
15-yard
Wolves.
penalty, and a Wolves
He's not careful. He's going to say something, and they're going to tack on another 15. Some of his teammates are kind of encouraging him a little bit, but he better tone it down.
I could sort of say keep going this because right now it's not broken, right? So
And here they go.
Unfortunately, that may have been.
I was going to say there's another flag. You can't do that. It's horse collar.
Yeah.
I mean, we got away with one there. If you're going to do this play, you got to tell your quarterback, do not go backwards.
penalty on the play.
Yep. Horse collar call is the call.
Same guy. He is not going to be a happy camper. Guess there's a lot of campers out there. That's the second time I've used that line. Wolves got a little bit lucky there, though, I think, because they were looking at a big loss, and I don't know, he tried to throw that ball, and it might have been picked off, but obviously the penalty will take that away.
And that's an automatic first down. That's going to be from the original line of scrimmage, too. So that's a huge play. It wound up being almost a 30, 35-yard penalty.
Say do it again, Greg. What do you say?
I would. This time I'd throw a quick pass over the far side, I think. Test the other side.
But I'd actually try. Like, if you're talking about trying to get it to Isaiah Bird, number 11 here, I think he's your speedster. So
You get your speedster and their speedster. And that's
Yeah, I'd go down here to number 11 as well. Yeah, the one-on-one mashup.
no, they're going all the way to the other side of the field. Oh, nice.
They had it.
Nice thought. So that pass was intended for number 83, and that's
Pass intended for
Deshaun Keel.
Deshaun Keel, incomplete. Second down.
And
Wolves.
Keel's just a freshman. So a lot of youth on this Wolves team. They've been probably forced into it a little bit. They've had 8 or 9 season-ending injuries, and
I think
what are we doing going to this conventional football?
well, the other stuff was working. So, yep, we're going to have that's a false start against the Wolves. Unfortunately, one of our receivers moved before the snap, but that back us up 5.
There's nothing more frustrating for a coach as well when a receiver does it. I know when my 2 did it, the DJ, as nice as he was not too happy when a wide receiver did a false start.
No, they're supposed to be watching the ball, so
Yes,
they're not
sir.
supposed to be listening to a count. So I'll bring up 2nd and 15 for the Wolves. And they have the ball on the 41-yard line, so let's see if they can get it in, punch it in, make this game. Blitz coming, long pass to Bird, and incomplete.
he kind of threw the ball off
Player pass intended for
palm of his
Isaiah
hand. It was a pretty
Bird.
good ball, but it was off mark by just a little bit. That's too bad because I think he had a step on the cornerback there.
Yeah, Bird's so fast, I think you got to get that ball out quickly, so you don't have time to move it around too much. And when he's streaking like that, you just need to throw it, and hopefully he can run under it. So we have 3rd and 15. Man motion. And we'll fake a jet sweep, throw it. Quarterback's hit as he throws. And our receivers are getting open. That was to Albert MacArthur. Pass incomplete, but
Arthur, incomplete.
they are able to get a step sometimes here, and it's just a matter of making these connections.
And yeah, it's just like you said, they're open, but it's that timing thing that they're not used to with Cole, and obviously they're used to playing quarterback role with Jake. And I think if they can just get the timing down, we're going to be okay. And coach has obviously decided we're just going to go for it on 4th down here.
I think it's a good call.
Yep, so we got to get
Show him
15
blitz.
yards.
That right corner coming. Good. Give him a little bit of time.
Another deep pass to Bird. Oh,
Well,
and incomplete.
I wish he would have intercepted that, to be honest with you, because that would have been great field position for us.
Yep. Nice try. Got the ball there. Cole did a good job getting the ball there, and Isaiah did a good job fighting for it. But there's 3 defenders on him. So
He almost came up with that ball, even with 3 guys on him. Give the kids some credit, and the ball was there. It was a nice throw.
And these are some long throws that Cole's making, and give him some kudos for being able to adjust from his receiver position to taking quarterback and having his first game. So here's the replay of this last ball, and you see he's got it right in there. 3 receivers. There's a quick pass out to the right side. Goes for about 10 yards.
Trenton Horn pass complete to Eli Allen. Jesse Strutz on the stop.
And they're going to make that a first down by about a half a yard.
11-yard gain on the play. First down, Blazers.
So the ball's at the 48-yard line. First and 10, 48. So run up the middle. Wolves do a good job stuffing it. Gained about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Blazers.
Connor Crump on the carry. Michael Major with the
So
stop.
Timberline has a nice mix of passes and runs in their offense going on right now, and just about everything, unfortunately, for the Wolves seems to be working for them.
You know, I checked the weather forecast. I thought we were going to be playing a rainy, wet game, but so far, haven't seen any raindrops coming down.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful night out here for senior night. Oh, the Wolves getting to the quarterback. He gets out, makes a move, gets away, and runs for the first down. I think he's going to be about a yard short. Defensive line did a great job trying to get it back in there.
They did. They contained him for a while, and unfortunately couldn't hit home that time. But I think it's that defensive line that's really going to make or break this game for the Wolves and their ability to get pressure and then hit the quarterback.
He's pretty fast for someone as big as he is.
So we have a quarterback sneak. They push him across, and he's going to get the first down. So
Yeah, that was a nice push by their offensive line, creating that tight wall seal. He was untouched for
5-yard gain on the play.
3-4 yards at
First
least.
down, Blazers.
So it is 1st and 10 from the Wolves' 36-yard line. Need defense step up here. Another running play, and the Wolves do a good job of getting on that.
Willie Ma'ai, the ball carrier.
And that's Anthony Killingsworth with the tackle. So that'll bring up 2nd down and
Major on the stop.
a long 6.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down.
So 2nd down play coming up. 3 receivers out to the right-hand side this time. It's a pass. Looking out across the middle. Deep. And it's caught. And
Nice
receiver's
catch.
down.
Nice throw, nice catch, unfortunately.
Yeah, the only person that was going to catch that really was their receiver, and like you said, Brian, it was a good catch. So I don't fault the safety at all for that.
And that's Chris Barnes again for the Blazers on that reception.
How many yards was that, Phil?
2 yards gain on the play. First
About
and
17
goal.
yards, brings the ball down to the 8-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 8. So a nice defensive stop here would do the Wolves a lot of good, I think, morale-wise. And that's where we go. Nice job.
Right in the backfield.
Connor
That's
Crump, the ball carrier.
number 35, and that's J.J. Leota with the tackle for loss.
J.J. Leota on the stop. Loss of 2 on the play.
So loss of 2.
3rd down.
We have second and goal from the 10.
Yeah, you got to think as a defender right now, your objective is get the ball. I expect them to be coached up, fight for that, punch it, swipe at it, whatever it takes to get that ball on the ground.
So another run play, left side, tries left side Wolf line. Gets a couple yards. I think he's down to about the 7-yard line.
Connor Crump, the ball carrier.
Will be 3rd and goal from the 7.
And if they can just hold them to a field goal, again, I'm going to say that's the defensive win because, their offense has been, almost scoring at will against us. So if they could just hold them here.
3rd down. Blazers.
Yeah, I agree with you. Field goal attempt, and again, anything can happen. So 3rd and goal from the 7. Quarterback's pumped left. Nice job by the South Kitsap cornerback coming on back. That's Caden Anderson, defensive back from South Kitsap, going down, getting his hand in there, knocking the ball out.
Pass intended for Chris Barnes. Broken
So it
up
looks like
by
they're going to go for the field goal. I would
3rd
almost.
down. Blazers.
No, they're not. I stand corrected. I think if I were coach, this is what I'd call, and if you don't get it, you got the Wolves pinned down deep.
They're going for a field goal, Brian.
Oh, they are doing a field goal. I'm just all mixed up. Maybe I should put the glasses.
it's
No,
a
it's a
fake.
fake. See, I told you. I knew it.
Fake field goal attempt, and that's a reception caught in the end zone. Pass complete. Yeah, it's a touchdown for.
Must have been a little clairvoyancy on my part, huh? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm going to
give
blame
me a
that
little
on Brian
credit.
Pickard.
Yeah, I would too. You know, it's entirely his fault. He said that they were going to go for a touchdown, and sure enough,
All
they
right,
went for a touchdown.
I'll go stand in the corner again. Been there many times this season.
So, and the extra point is good, and that brings the score to 31-6 with 4:43 left in the half. So,
We were talking earlier how close we thought this game was going to be, and we were thinking it would be a pretty nip and tuck. But so far, we're not very right on that.
no, you know, I think, to be honest with you, the South Kitsap injuries have really hurt them this year. No more so, I think, than, you know, what happened last week when you lose your starting quarterback and your starting running back in the same game. Really hard to recover that, any offense you have.
Well, like you said, Phil, I mean, all you have to do is look down on the sideline here. You got people in wheelchairs, people with crutches, you got people with concussions.
Slings.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a team so decimated with injuries before.
And
Go on, Phil.
really odd when you have, you know, it's not happening at this field. I mean, we have the safest field in the nation right here. And, you know, we have a team that I can't remember the last time I've seen this many injuries.
Well, sadly, actually, a lot of the injuries have occurred on the away games. So I'm not going to blame the away fields, but it's just unfortunate.
Everybody used to blame our field.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Can I come out of the corner yet?
No.
No. So we have, again, we have Seaton and Lewis back for South Kitsap to get this kick, and you expect another short kick, so just break a couple tackles and we might get something here. So squib kick this time. Up back takes these at 35-40. Nice job pushing the pile up to the 42-yard line.
Flag's coming, I think. No. Referee went for his flag, couldn't find it, so now he's decided he'll just talk to the player.
And that was E.J. Watry with the return. So South will start at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
If you can't find your flag, just hold on to your flag. Exactly. You can throw your hat if you can't find the flag. Throw something.
Ball returned by Nolan Van Amen to the 43-yard line.
Oh, I guess there's Nolan Van Amen on the return. We have a stoppage at play right now. And Wolves are ready for snap. Man out in motion. Quick pass out to left side to Bird. And that's what you got to do if you're South. Get some of your speedsters the ball. He brings the ball up to the 50-yard line.
I like the play.
So that's a gain of 7 on 1st down.
I do too. I'm surprised they haven't done more than that. I think some of South's playmakers, you get them out in space, that's where they're going to really shine.
Can I get out of the corner yet, guys?
No.
Please?
So 2nd and 3. And there's a loss of about 2 yards in that play.
Michael Garcia, the ball carrier.
So Blazers doing a good job on stuffing the run on that one. So we have Cole Craner in the center this time. 3rd and 5. Play action pass. Cole's running to his right-hand side. Takes on up. Nice job running. Picks up 7 yards.
Cole Craner on the
And it's a 1st down for the Wolves.
Jared Bush on
I
the
think that's
stop.
about the first time he's ran for quite some time.
7-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
Yeah, they've had him back passing the ball, but that time when play action, his receiver was covered, and he just decided to take off, I think. Nice play. So now we have a jet sweep to number 11. He cuts it up. That's a Zay Bird
Bird, the ball carrier.
for about a half a yard, 1 yard gain.
James Strong and Austin Whalen on the stop. Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down.
And so 2nd down and 9 yards to go.
Show them blitz. They pick it up nice.
Run game just doesn't appear to be there. That's Michael Garcia carrying the ball for a loss of 2.
It was a loss of 2, but he did run over the guy that comes up to try and tackle him. I will give him that.
You know, you can't fault them. It's sometimes you can beat the one, but when another guy's starting to grab your legs, you're not going any further. And
He delivered a shot to him, though. That was a nice hard. He lowered his shoulder, and I guarantee you that defender's feeling it.
so 3rd and 11. Another. McCall went back to pass. I thought he was going to release it and decided to tuck it. And unfortunately, that's about an 11-yard sack for us.
Well, it's like you said, Phil, our vantage point up here is not always that good. I thought that somebody was wrapped around Cole's legs when he got hit, so I would have thought there was a flag should have been thrown on that play, but I may not have seen that quite right.
So Lee, you spent your formative years in England, having a mom that was English and dad was a U.S. citizen. What kind of sports did you play in England?
Well, we actually did play baseball over there and rugby, you know, where they don't use pads and they don't use helmets.
That explains.
But, you know, actually talking about the rugby thing, I think there's a lot of teams that are adapting to how rugby players tackle, so there's less injuries. And the Seahawks have actually taken quite note of that and have watched a lot of film on that.
So Sula was a nice punt, bring the ball down to the 16-yard line. Whereas 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the half, and see if we can stop the Blazers from scoring here.
And obviously, the other real football, the one you actually kick with the foot.
So 1st and 10, Blazers. Well, they're certainly going to try to score. Back to pass. Quarterback's tucks and run at this point, and he's going to get the 1st down and then a little bit more.
I think we can blow the whistle now, gentlemen.
That's a 13-yard gain by the quarterback. You know, one of the things we need to do is keep all these student athletes healthy. And I, had a son who was a runner and loved to run through the pile, but when the pile stops moving, you got to blow that whistle.
1st down.
So first and 10. Back to pass again.
Thought that was going to be picked off.
That was number 35, J.J. Leota, who almost had an interception there.
In and out of his hands. Tough luck.
So he had some daylight. Don't know if he would have gone all the way, but certainly we're giving the Wolves a good field position. So 2nd down and 10. Kind of expecting a run on this play. What do you guys think?
I had a funny feeling they might pass it.
Yep, you guys are right. Pass play, going deep. And an incomplete pass.
A lot of air underneath that ball, but it was pretty much uncatchable by anybody. It was out of bounds by about 5-10 yards.
Yeah, the only person that was getting that ball was Inspector Gadget.
So that'll bring up 3rd down.
I thought I heard him yell, "Go, go, Gadget arms."
And we have another ball on the field and an equipment timeout, one of South players. So we have just over 37 seconds left in the half. And ball's on the 29-yard line. 3rd and 10.
Stop me here right now, Wolves. Get a good scoring opportunity with just a few seconds left.
Man motion. There's a draw up the middle, and he's got some room. He's got a bunch of room. He's got some speed. Wolves do a good job tackling him. Brings it across to the 40-yard line, though. So that's a 31-yard gain.
I believe he has to come off the field since his helmet's come off.
And it's a timeout by Timberline.
30-yard gain on the play, first down.
Okay, so now that he'd called a timeout, would he not be allowed to go back on the field?
Yeah, he'd be, since he called timeout, he can come back on the field. One of my peeves, I think, is, your helmet should not be able to come off unless you take some sort of a wicked hit to your head. Most of these kids are wearing the helmets too loose, and I do think that's one of the things that leads to concussions. Your helmet should have to pull it to get it on, pull it to get it off. And
I remember a game back in that 2009 season. Lee, your oldest son Leon was, I believe he returned a punt and came up the South Kitsap sideline, and he took a hard shot and to the helmet. In fact, nowadays I think that would have been a penalty. But I remember that Leon came up looking out the ear hole, and I was worried about him, but he was just fine. But that helmet stayed on because he knew how to use his equipment and use it right.
Yeah, that was a game that I don't think our number 9 even knew that was coming to him.
No, I don't think he did either. I think Hattie, that was interception and for some yardage after the fact.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Brian, I wasn't at that game, if you remember rightly.
I do. I remember I was.
That's the only one I missed, but there were some circumstances behind that. But I remember seeing the film, and yes, his helmet was sideways.
Like I said, he was peering out the ear hole.
Yeah.
so we have 3 receivers to the right, 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line.
Just going to go outside.
Quarterback's looking. He's running, getting chased now. Ooh, had an open receiver, but didn't. I don't think he saw him. He had someone open deep as he started to scramble. So we have 15 seconds left now. Bring up 3rd and 10.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Blazers just go deep here, throw caution to the wind. I think even if it was to get picked off, they're going to believe that they can hold us with only 15 seconds left.
I think I might just let the clock run. You got a big lead here. There's no reason for it. Just take a knee, but they're not going to do that.
Nope. Good job by the Wolves to get on the defender.
Where's that whistle?
hold him.
The guy stopped forward motion about 3 seconds ago, and there's still no whistle. I'm getting a little bit uptight about that. They've got to keep the safety and well-being of these kids in mind here a little bit, and stop the play. Someone's going to get hurt.
So that'll be 4th down and 3 for the Blazers, and they just called timeout, and there's 7 seconds left. So I think they have 1 timeout left. You can either get the 1st down, call timeout, and get another one in, or throw into the end zone.
If you're going to do something now, it just sounds cruel, but, maybe if you're Timberline, what do you think, Pierre Greg? You go into the victory formation as if you're going to down it and just go ahead and throw one deep.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot, oddly enough, and I would be telling my corners, stay on your man regardless of what they come out here and do.
You put them kind of in prevent back there. Got to keep those receivers in front of you, and give up some yardage, but not the score.
So 4th and 3. Quarterback's back to pass. Pass across the middle, and it's incomplete pass. So that'll be Wolves' ball with 1.7 seconds left in the half. So that's the 2nd turnover on downs we've had for Timberline tonight.
Well, why don't they go into that unconventional formation here and see what they can come up with, whether Cole can run it or he can go ahead and pass it.
I would, it's certainly been a unique look that the Wolves have shown so far.
I think the reason why I'd use it now is because that the Blazers are going to do the same thing. They're going to have men deep.
If you're the Wolves, you're hoping somebody breaks a tackle, makes a long run, or you get a penalty here and get a little bit closer to the end zone before you try to throw one. So again, just under 2 seconds left in the half. Man motion. Cole's going to run it. And he's tackled for no gain. That'll bring the half to an end. So,
1 yard gain on the play, and that
Well,
Not-
certainly a good night of football here. Unfortunately, the Wolves on the downside right now going into halftime. The Wolves 6, Timberline 31. What do you guys think of the first half so far?
Sadly, it's pretty obvious that we've been dominated on all phases of the ball. And you just got to hope that when the kids get into the locker room that they're not too down on themselves and everybody can pick each other up and just believe that they can do it in the second half.
I agree. I think you got to come out here for your second half and just play football. Play for your seniors, play for each other. I don't think South is able to make the playoffs at this point based on any sort of scenario, so you're just coming out to play.
ladies and gentlemen, the
Just have some
Kitsap
pride.
High School marching band.
well, one thing the South Kitsap Wolves have shown is that they will play no matter what the score is. So that's a good thing. So as we go on in, we're going to turn this over to the South Kitsap High School band under the direction of band legend Mr. Gary Grams. And that'll be followed by some of the latest work for the high school video students. So we'll see you at the start of the second half.
They'll be performing You Give Love a Bad Name, arranged by Paul Murtha. Wanted, Dead or Alive, also arranged by Paul Murtha. And Living on a Prayer, arranged by Paul Murtha. Featuring the South Kitsap High School dance team.
What is it about band and cheer that makes them so unique? Is it the way that they make music, they dance? Is it the way they shake their pom-poms? No, it's the way they go around the state and country performing, how they keep the life going during games, and they also make some mean beats that you can throw down to.
We really like being a part of performing and performing for crowds, getting everybody excited and pumped up, and we love the music as well. It's the passion behind it all. It's knowing you worked so hard for something and it finally paid off.
So cheering at South Kitsap has really given me a place to belong. It's forced me not to only work with just my cheer team, but also even get to work with the band to see like what music they're going to play, and it really just gives me and all the other girls a place to belong, and you really get to communicate with everybody. I get to cheer with all my friends, and I get to cheer for the fans and the student section and the football players, and it's an experience that I'll never forget.
And just that feeling, that rush, that adrenaline of knowing that you work so hard, and it's an amazing feeling. It's really great. Senior night, you are performing your last time with your seniors, but you know, on the flip side, it's still really exciting and make it an unforgettable night.
Be there tomorrow night for senior night because it's the last time that cheer, band, the student section, and the football team will all be together to make these wonderful memories for this great experience.
Starbucks? No. Whiskey Gulch? No. Cutter's Point? No. SK Latte. Before school every day and during all lunches, South has its very own coffee shop. However, the people who run it are not exactly professionals.
The AthMed class runs SK Latte.
The advanced athletic medicine and beginning AthMed comes in at the end of the year.
But what are they running the stand for? Some people believe they get paid. Others believe they do it for fun. But no.
SK Latte is a fundraiser for the AthMed students for when we go to state. It pays for us to go to state, so each of us only have to pay a very little amount.
We go to state in like March.
State competition is a series of tests, see who can tape the fastest ankle, and like there's like a knowledge bowl, it's like Jeopardy, just about everything involving athletes and how we can treat them and prevent them
This is a real quote from a customer. This is so much better than Starbucks. That's your evidence.
Next time you're considering buying a coffee, do it, but not from Starbucks. From SK Latte.
Traveling, planning, constructing, helping, saving. With the most amazing careers come with the appropriate education. Juniors, your grades are essential for this year.
Those are the last grades a college will see before they make an admission decision.
So do the best you can during this time to leave a good impression and be academically prepared for what you have to face. What you do this year will determine scholarships. If you didn't do so well your sophomore or freshman year and you want to get into a higher education,
Having a positive grade trend, that meaning going from not very good grades to really good grades, is a really powerful thing to show them.
juniors and sophomores, brainstorm ideas on what you want to do after you graduate.
Things, you have a natural temperament that leads you towards certain careers, that we can help you match all that up to narrow it down from several thousand careers down to a manageable handful.
You should be looking at colleges or any post-education programs. Spring break and summertime will be an ideal time to look over that. If there are any juniors that are serious about the PSNS career,
it is a great way to get your foot in the door. They'll work at the shipyard over the summer, then they'll come back their senior year, they'll need to be able to graduate by the end of the first semester, and then in February they'll go work full-time in the shipyard.
sophomores should have done the PSAT and continue to practice next year.
Even if it's a remote, very, very slim chance you're going to go to a four-year college, sign up and take it.
And make sure you take the right classes for graduation and post-education.
You don't want to get into your senior year and realize, oh shoot, I should have done this, I should have taken that, or I should have taken that.
Time goes fast, so make sure you plan right and stay on track.
The ladies soccer team is a new coach in town. Former SK student Christina Bodie, who graduated in 2010 and continued her soccer career at the University of Idaho, has returned to be the new varsity head coach. After coaching JV last year, she has recently stepped up in place of former coach Julie Kane. Here's the captains with some insight on their new coach's abilities.
Even though Bodie's a young coach, she knows exactly what she's doing, and she's straightforward and tells us exactly what she expects from us.
Bodie is very encouraging, energetic, and enthusiastic on and off the field.
I love Bodie because she's basically like one of us, and she's super easy to talk to.
As the team grows, so does Bodie's goals for the season.
I think the hopes for this season is that the team just reaches their potential. They know how they can play, and I hope that they just carry that on through the rest of the season.
Ladies soccer looks forward to a great season with a bright young new coach.
See that? Oh, you don't? This is how a lot of people look at bus stops early in the morning. Even a simple cell phone flashlight could save your life. Add bright clothes and reflective surfaces, and it's even better. Protect yourself and others. Be seen, be safe.
Many of you may have seen an SK production before. You've seen the actors, the actresses, the drama, the whole works. But what brings it all together? Stagecraft. In stagecraft, there are two main procedures: creating the set and bringing the show to life. Without stagecraft, there would be no lights, no music, no scenery, no anything.
I love working backstage. I love working lights and sound, and it's just so much fun.
Like the light booth, like there's so many buttons and stuff. It feels like you're like in an 80s hacker movie.
Not only can one control lights, they also can be trained in sound, bringing props on and off stage, and bringing in the curtains. But before showtime, the Stagecraft Zero Block class must first get everything else ready for the show.
We're like a bunch of little elves that come while everybody else is sleeping and magically build things in the theater.
I don't think Greg wants to let him out of the corner at all.
Work on stuff and then you build stuff and then seeing like the creation, you're like, oh, I built that. It looks cool.
Stagecraft constructs all the scenery for any of the shows from fall through spring. Some shows call for dramatic, complicated scenery, while other shows are more simple. Either way, Stagecraft's efforts are needed to prepare for every show and to keep the show running through closing weekend. So why wouldn't you want to join Stagecraft? You get to help out the theater department and make a huge difference in your school. Well, it just so happens Stagecraft begins at 6 a.m.
It's a great way to start the day. It's 6 a.m., but it's like it doesn't feel like it's 6 a.m. because it's like a different world.
Having Stagecraft, it kind of gives me that push to wake up in the morning. It's like that reason.
So last year in Stagecraft, I didn't actually buy a parking pass because I could just park on the street because I got there so early.
So you can start your day off the right way with good people for a great cause. Who wouldn't want to join?
Welcome back, everyone. We're just about ready for the second half. I'm Phil Nanger, along with Greg Pickard, Lee Liddell, and Brian Pickard, and we're here at senior night at Kitsap Bank Stadium for South Kitsap High School. We have a score of 31-6 right now. Unfortunately, not in favor of South Kitsap, in favor of the Blazers. So, Lee, what do you think we're going to see in the second half here?
I just, I think we're just going to have to be going for everything. I don't believe that we're going to be going for many punts on the fourth downs. Not that we did in the first half, but maybe we'll go for a few more trickery plays as well. I'd like to see some more passes to Isaiah Bird because he's got some speed, and I think he might be able to stretch the field a little bit for us.
How do you think having a new quarterback comes into play in that? You don't have the timing patterns down, kind of throw some of these things off. We've been close a few times, but just haven't quite made the connection.
Well, hopefully that the quarterbacks and the wide receivers have actually spoken themselves. I mean, it's fair enough to have your coaches telling you this, that, and the other while you're in the locker room, but you still have to get together as that little core group there and say, hey, just wait a half second longer and I'm open, or get it down there a little bit quicker and I'll make sure I cut cross field, or whatever the case may be. But I'm just hoping they can clean that up a little bit. And I think if they do, and if they can actually hold defensively wise, get a couple of stops and we can score a couple of times, who knows what's going to happen in this game.
Yeah, the one thing I haven't seen much of is, except for Cole Craner, has been South Kitsap's running game. Greg, where do you think that's the problem is there?
I've seen a lot of issues blocking-wise. I think there's just too much defensive pressure that's getting through. It's a combination of well-timed blitzes and missed blocks. I know Timberline has brought some pressure a few times, and I think that's catching South off guard, especially around the edges.
Brian, do you have some stats for us?
He's not. Get out of the corner, Brian. Come give us some stats.
Thanks, Lee. Appreciate that. Hey, looking at the stats, and these are unofficial, but they're pretty close. South Kitsap has a total of only 71 yards offense. 52 of that's on the ground. So they need to get a little more balance, a little more offense, and such. The Blazers, we're at about just over 200 yards total offense, and they're pretty balanced here. They've got about 193 yards passing and 112 rushing for, like I said, just over 200 yards. So,
well, that kind of looks. The school I went to math, that would be over 300 yards.
Pardon?
So 193 and 112 would be 300.
How about that? That's that good Seattle School District math there. You're right, Phil. Thanks for the correction in front of everybody.
No problem. My pleasure. So South Kitsap should be kicking off to start the second half, and we'll put our defense on the field. We still don't really have any wind or weather to talk about tonight.
Yeah, it started raining at halftime a little bit there, Phil, to correct you.
Still is.
I know it's not much, but I got to get even. Yep, the rain's coming down a little bit. Not hard, just enough to make things a little bit wet, but with this great field, I don't think it's going to hamper the game whatsoever.
Now, to be honest with you, when I'm thinking about it, I was hoping for a downpour because I really want to see how this field handles all that drainage. But, we've had a great fall for football this year. So we're seeing a map right now. Not seeing a lot of heavy showers coming our way. Seeing a little bit of rain, looks like. And looks like we might have some weather here for about the next hour or so, and then may clear up again. So South Kitsap is lining up to kick off.
While we're waiting for this kickoff, you guys, we got Halloween night tomorrow. Anybody going to any Halloween parties or anything?
Well, I'm going to dress up as an announcer. potentially
That's a
one.
scary thought, Phil. That's a scary thought. How about you, Greg? You were kind of telling me you got some friends you're going to connect up with. Is it a costume party?
I'm still waiting to actually hear back on that one. We'll be doing something fun tomorrow night.
Well, I know you got a great pirate costume. Lee, how about you? You got any parties or dress up you got going?
I have no parties or dress up going tomorrow, but my wife has said that she'd like to stay home and watch some horror films. That's one of her favorite things to do. So I think we're going to watch 3 or 4 of those tomorrow night, and I look forward to it.
So South Kitsap, short kickoff over to the right-hand side down to about the 20, and a nice tackle there.
Nice coverage.
Excellent coverage. That tackle was by number 27, Eli Watry.
And there's a flag down the far side of the field. It was a good tackle. However, I'm surprised we didn't get a horse collar there. I think he got him outside the pads or inside the pads a little bit. But nice tackle, closed well, and we'll see what the call is.
So Phil, I know you've raised some different animals and whatnot. What's a horse collar?
Horse collar is those ancient things that they used to stick on those horses so they could pull the oxen with. So, anything up around the shoulders is what they call horse collar these days. And you're allowed to grab the jersey, but if you get inside the pads, it's illegal. You are actually allowed to grab the hair, too.
Are we putting him back in the corner, Phil?
Yeah, I think we are.
Why is he out?
He's just out for the stats.
Lee told me I could come out.
So, just in case he thought he was going to get me on that. So, unfortunately, that's a penalty against the Wolves. And I'll move the ball up, and it's instead of inside the 20-yard line, the ball will be placed at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Timberline.
Actually, you getting out of the corner was, from what we understand, someone tweeted from Timberline to get you out of the corner.
Well, he's going back there now.
So first play is a running play up the left-hand side. Still going, still moving his legs. Nice run by the Timberline player. Give him credit for keeping his feet pumping after contact. Gains 12 yards and picks up a 1st down.
Yeah, like you say, Phil, he was keeping his feet going, but it's almost we didn't wrap up, and we're sort of turning him left, right, and center there to get him over for the 1st down.
If you got to get a little gang tackle there, get him some help. One guy slowed him down, but no one else came along for him.
So we'll have 2nd and 10 at right about the 45-yard line.
It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Sorry, thank you. And we have that jet sweep again. This time he gets outside. Good blocking. And we have a penalty on the play.
I got to think that was a hold, Phil.
Yeah, picks up 13 yards, but I think we're going to have a holding call on this. We do have a holding call against Timberline, so that's going to move the ball back.
I like what I'm seeing there from Coach Kralik. He could just give up. It's not been a smooth sailing season, but he's still down there coaching the kids, even with the score the way it is, the way the season's gone. And you got to like that. He's still wanting them to play hard and get the plays in.
And, the kids respond. They do play hard. We've seen them down before. We've seen them come back. But there really is no give up in this team, and you got to love watching that. So we're going to have 1st and 14 now because of the penalty.
Well, I'm expecting a pass here, so let's just hope. And we've been close to a few interceptions. Wide receiver stacked on both sides. Bad snap.
Bad snap. Quarterback takes it up the middle, gains what he can out of it, but that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 12. So again, now we're 2nd and 12. Still on their side of the field, which is good. Let's see if our defense can hold up. Got a hand off the inside.
That's a good
Wolves
job.
do a great job of right there, gang tackling, holding it to about a 3-yard gain.
Are we looking at a 3rd and a long 9 here?
Yeah, this is, kind of expect a pass play. See if the Wolves can put some pressure on this quarterback, wrap him up.
Have we seen Timberline actually punt the ball yet?
No, I don't know if they didn't have a punter.
I'd like to see if we can hold him here. It'd be really interesting to see what Timberline would do.
Quarterback's back to pass. Nobody open. Takes off for a run. And unfortunately, Wolves don't get him until after the first down. He's down at the inside the Wolves 40. It's a gain of 12 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Wolves 40-yard line for Blazers. Well, the Wolves get close. You know, they just don't seem to get that final wrap-up, final stop to get Timberline off the field. First and 10, we have again pistol formation. Whistle blown.
I got to assume that's delay a game.
Yep. Called by the back judge, so that's a delay game, 5-yard penalty against it, and that every little bit helps us.
Hopefully next year we'll have those clocks back out so we know the play clock time.
What happened to those, Lee?
My understanding is because of the new field, I don't know how they were plugging them in when we had the old field here, but with the new one, we need some extra long cords or something like that, and they just haven't got that far yet, so that should be sorted out for next year.
So 1st and 15, we have a run with the game about just over a yard. But, you know, what people have to remember is this field was literally being worked on late into the night, into the morning of the first game that got played on it. So, you know, they did a fantastic job of just getting it ready for the season. Got to applaud that.
Here they go again, Phil, with their stacked receivers on both sides.
Yeah, South Field blitz, pulls on off. Deep ball.
Well broken up.
Nice
play.
job. That's number 9, Jesse Struts, making that play.
There was a little bit of sportsmanship there as well between Jesse and their number 4.
I saw that
nice to
too.
see.
Number 4 kind of came up, slapped his hand, you know, just says, hey, nice play.
Yeah, that was nice to see.
Gotta love it. Got 8:18 left in the third quarter. Blazers 31, Wolves 6.
So we have 3rd and 13. So if we can get a sack or something out of this, then we might be looking at that punter again. Pass play, quarterback's dropping back.
Good
Fake,
coverage.
good coverage. Oh, he's got somebody open deep, and Isaiah Bird intercepts it.
Nice job, Mr. Bird.
So the Wolves get their first turnover. Ball on the 13-yard line.
So as we were saying, maybe this could be at least a small momentum swing, and we can get something positive out of this now.
There is a flag on the play.
I'm thinking the way he was brought down, I don't know.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wolves. If that's after a turnover, that'll back it up. If it's before a turnover, that'll give it first down.
We're just talking about the good sportsmanship, and now we got a poor sportsmanship call.
I'm going to just think that's overexcitement.
And coach is talking to the head official, trying to find out what the warning is.
Okay, we're going to have a replay on this, so maybe we can see what the situation was after the interception.
So it will be Wolves' ball.
Dead ball foul.
So it's half distance to the goal, so that's going to put the ball on 9. Here's the replay. Wolves coming out. Quarterback throws it long. I don't see anything of a penalty there, but a nice job by Isaiah to grab that pass. So the Wolves will start from their own 6-yard line. 1st and 10.
So what do you think the referee is actually saying to them right now, Phil?
I think the back judge was doing something, has back turns, so he's just holding off, waiting for the ball. And Cole Crater keeps the ball, swings out to the left-hand side, has a big block. brings the ball up to the 20-yard line for a gain of 14 yards for the Wolves.
And I like the fact that Cole's running it up there, but again, we go back to what we said earlier with our quarterback situation. He's not going to get much further, other than the fact you don't obviously want him to lose the ball with a hit, and you don't want him to get hurt. So just go out of bounds there.
So first down 10 from the 20 for the Wolves. It's time to run up, and nice haul, and he's
This
gone.
is going to be a long run right here. Keep going.
So that's Michael Garcia.
That's a fantastic run.
80 yards for the touchdown.
You get the turnover. We get some positive out of that. That may just turn some things a little bit here in our way.
So that is the way to start a half out, unlike the first half. This is, can't ask for better from the Wolves. So,
That over
I'd almost say go
doubled-
for two as well now.
That over doubled the Wolves rushing right there with that one play.
So Michael Garcia's been balled up most of the night, but he breaks that one loose up the off tackle left-hand side and just keeps on going.
Give his receiver some kudos too for some downfield blocks, because that's key to those long runs.
So we have Nolan in for the point after. And that's good. So 7:46 into the third quarter. We have 31-13. Here's a replay of that run. Just a straight, nice blocking up in the front line, blocking by the receivers, and he just takes off from there, does it all at that point. Goes in untouched. Way to go. Nice run.
Excellent run. Wonder where that cannon is.
That's a good point.
Good
Where
point.
is that cannon?
Didn't hear the cannon, but
First time I've not heard that cannon go off after a South Kitsap touchdown.
That is quite disappointing, Greg. You are right.
So, Greg, when you were playing and you get a long run like that, and your legs start getting a little heavy as you're marching down that field, or does the adrenaline just kick in and you just keep flying?
You pretty much realize you're sore after the fact. During it, nothing. You're just going.
so Nolan Souza's teeing up the ball.
So, what we were talking about earlier. Would you not just go for the onside kick?
If you're gonna pooch it, I'm with you. Especially the rules these days. The kids can call fair catch. You can do stuff.
Yep. The other thought to that is you kick it deep and hope your defense is playing well and holds them down there. Play a little field position.
But
it doesn't look like he's going back too far to kick it too deep. Yeah, little pooch kick.
But that pooch, when it's up in the air like that, it's easy to catch, and all you do is give up field position. Here we go. Nice return by Timberline, bring the ball into South Kitsap territory, up to the 40. Looks like the 43 is where they're going to start.
Corey Cotter, number 21, saved the day there. He doesn't make that tackle. I think that guy's in the end zone.
Yeah, that's the problem with those short kicks is that everybody's in their lanes. You break through the first line. There's not a second line there to be there. So, like I said, I'd just assume onside. Worst thing that happens, somebody jumps on the ball. So Timberline starts off with the run. South Kitsap's right there. We'll stop him for about 2-yard gain. The thing is, if you're onside, you have 7 against 3, 6 against 3 on that side. You got a good chance of getting the ball back when it's unexpected.
I just think we put ourselves in a bad situation, right now from the field position aspect.
Yeah, I completely agree. So we have almost a reverse of that jet sweep. He gets outside, and that's number 2. He's picking up about 10, 11 yards.
He had another speed there. He just turned on the jets.
So that's number 3, Chris Barnes. He's had quite the night tonight. So picks up probably about 13 yards. So it's 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. So the Wolves read this. I saw the backs coming on up, do a nice job of stuffing this play. Almost had him for a 7-yard loss, but they are going to get a tackle for loss here. Loss of about 1.
I wasn't sure whether they're going to use a little bit of an option there, and he was going to throw it. So.
I thought that too. He kind of looked like he was hesitating to pull it back and let it rip.
I saw one of the Wolves D-backs kind of read that as he went in motion and something they may have seen on film, but he came flying on it. I don't think he had the time, so nice job.
Yeah, good job by the Wolves there.
You know, if we can stop him here, turn around and score, it's a whole new ball game.
Go back to the corner. So fake that play. Running back's open. He's got a blocker out front. And they call it a touchdown. And Brian's heading back for the corner.
I'm self-imposing. I'm going back.
So no flags on the play. Touchdown for Timberline. Just a, same look as the last play. And the running back was wide open in the flats on the other side of the field. So nice, well-designed play.
Again, I know I've said this already, but I felt we put ourselves in that position, and we shouldn't have.
So Timberline on for the extra point. He kicks up, and it's good. So that was 5:36 left in the third quarter, 38-13. So Timberline comes right back after the Wolves score. Wolves keeping their heads up, and I think they want to go on down and get another score. They're capable of scoring quickly, and after that, you never know what happens. So again, one of the things with this brand new field that we have up here is we'll actually be hosting the West Central District 3 2A playoff game here on Tuesday night at November 3rd at 7 p.m. Not sure who the teams are for that, but if you want to see another high school football game, we have a couple of good teams out there playing, and come on, bang for the buck. It's worthwhile seeing, and you got to thank Kitsap Bank Stadium and Maycumbers and everybody who put this field together, because it's a beautiful stadium and we're lucky to have it.
I just want to remind everybody, early Sunday morning, you got to take your clocks an hour back. We got an extra hour of sleep. Greg, I know you're a champion of some of that extra sleep. What are you thinking about that fall back, add an hour of sleep?
I'm looking for the hour of sleep, but at the same time, I am not looking for it to be dark at about 4 o'clock every day.
So night kick goes to number 23, Connor Seaton, and he returns up to the 39-yard line.
Nice return.
Yeah, it's a great spot for the Wolves to start. We just let's keep the offense clicking. Well, one of the things everybody should kind of be careful. We have a triple whammy going on. They call it because of you have Halloween, you have a Saturday night, and you have the clocks turn back, at the same time, same night. They just advise everybody kind of be extra careful when you're out there Saturday night. So Wolves start 1st and 10 from their own 39. Man motion. And Cole Crane's going to keep it and run.
Just keep it down all the way.
Keeps legs, yep. Gains 5 yards. So nice run, picks up 5, second 5.
So Lee, what kind of candy are you guys giving out on trick or treat? I need to know if I should swing by there or not.
I would suggest you don't swing by. We will have the lights off, the doors closed. You wouldn't even think we're home. Sorry.
Bah humbug.
So calls back to pass ball this time. Throws a little bit short of his intended receiver. That was Quinn Ogan, who was tried to come back for it, but couldn't quite make that connection.
It was a little bit unlucky by Quinn Ogan. He's a really good athlete. Fortunately, he gets all of his ability from his mother. So hopefully he'll just keep on blossoming as he goes through high school.
Well, he's only a sophomore. A lot of youth on this Wolves team. Bodes well for next couple of years coming. So we have 3rd and 5 for the Wolves. And again, Cole keeps the ball. Gains about a yard, so bring up 4th and 4 from your own 45-yard line. You don't really have much to lose right here when you're the Wolves. So I kind of like going for it. See what you can do.
I'd almost say run the same thing, to be honest with you, Phil.
No, I think they're just trying to call him off. He was trying to get somebody to jump right there. Yeah, I think they have a real play in now. So quarterback went back for a quick pass. Wasn't there, held on to it, loses 2 yards. Turnover on downs. It'll be Timberline's ball, 1st and 10 on the South Kitsap 43-yard line. So started off as a decent possession, but South stalls out. Up to our defense to hold right now and see if we can get the ball back. So Timberline's back, 43, man motion. Run play up the left side, trying to break it outside.
That's
South
a
Kitsap
great
is
tackle
there.
in the backfield.
Awesome job out there. Loss of, looks like about 5 yards. That's Eli Watry with the tackle for a loss.
You got to say it's plays like that where South Kitsap, you can see still hasn't given up. They're still giving everything they've got.
These kids just don't. We've seen them down before, and they just absolutely, I don't think they know how to give up. So 2nd and 14. Another run play, and he's down again. Loses maybe another half a yard, so another tackle for loss for South Kitsap.
So
we have an injured Wolf on the field there. It looks like he's grabbing his ankle. It looks like number 6.
So, Dad, you doing okay over there? You look a little warm.
Still in the corner.
I know. It appears, unlike the rest of the booth, you seem to be at about 90 degrees.
Okay, I'll bite.
So it almost
You're
looks
in the
like
corner.
That's a math joke, isn't it?
That is a math joke.
You're a science teacher. Stick to science. And not comedy either.
Just because he didn't get it.
I got it.
So this is looking like a cramp here for a South Kitsap player. They're working on his calf, so hopefully nothing major here, and he can come on back and take a little break, get some water, and return to the field.
So Lee, I'm going to go back to you're being raised in England, at least for some of your formative years. And did they have Halloween back in the United Kingdom?
We have electricity back there as well as Halloween.
Well, I didn't know if it's an American tradition, or holiday or whatever you want to call it, but.
Is it? I didn't realize it was just an American. And why would you? I got to ask this question. Why is it an American holiday? It's just Halloween. Do you have a day off for that?
What people
Yes,
call it,
it's
whatever.
called Saturday.
It's a recognition of a fun time. It's for the kids and all of that. So
yeah, they did have a good time with Halloween over there as well, just as much as they do here. And same thing, kids going around trick or treating, wanting the candy or the sweets over there. So
right. Well, there's different traditions and things. I know that, for example, really up until recently, in England, you celebrate Boxing Day the day after Christmas. We've had lots of Boxing Day celebrations of the Ladeau House, and although you're starting to see that in America a little bit more now.
So we have 3rd and 15 as we get back up to the game here. Pass play come in, wide open receiver, and it's caught down at the 25-yard line. I'm not sure what happened there, but he was pretty open.
Just going to go for blown coverage there.
So that brings up a first down for the Blazers, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Actually, marked at 24, so it'll be at 24-yard line.
Thanks for bringing us back to the game, Phil.
No problem. Somebody should go back to your corner.
I think Lee should go to his corner.
So we have another jet sweep. And again, the Wolves do a pretty good job of reading it. Runner cuts it back in, gains about a yard. So Wolves have done after that first drive where they got burnt on those, they've done a pretty good job to shut that down. I'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Blazers. Another pass play coming up. And the Wolves pick it off.
That's by number 9, Jesse Strutz. Good job.
I think Jesse saw that all the way. The next nearest player was another Wolf, so I think if one didn't get, the other one did. So great job. That brings up our 2nd turnover of the night. Wolves have the ball on 19-yard line.
There'll be little moments like that, Phil, that they're going to remember as a senior when they finish school here.
It's a nice pick. He
Definitely
had a beat
was.
on that the whole way and tracked it down.
So the Wolves start 1st and 10, 19. Change of play from the coach. I'm looking at a deep pass play to the right side. What I'm thinking is coming. Yep, quarterback keeper. Brings the ball up to the 25-yard line. Gain of 6. Yeah, we got under a minute and a half in the 3rd quarter.
See the coach there. Well, he's not just speaking to the ref. He's yelling at the ref. He's a little bit tired of the afters when the play's finished.
This time Cole hands it off.
It's pretty close to a first down, Phil, if not a first down.
Yeah, I think he's going to be just a little short. They're signaling 3rd down, so I think he's under a yard short. So
Michael Garcia getting a few more carries this game, and he's done a nice job. He's running hard.
yeah, bring up 3rd and less than 1. That was, I don't know if you guys could see it, the quarterback basically signals which side he thinks the running back should go to, so they both know. They do get stopped short. Bring up 4th and 1. Again, 4th and 1 from your own 28.
You know we're going to go for it.
You know, you really don't have anything to lose at this point in the season, so why not? There's only about 6 seconds left in this quarter.
Oh, nicely done.
So
good hard count.
Hard count. Not sure who moved first. It's a false start against South Kitsap that cost us 5, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I saw the right side of the line kind of jump there before the snap of the ball. That's too bad. Do we still go for it here, or do we punt it away?
I think we go for it.
Yeah, I'd be more of a fan. You know, it's 4th and 6. You know, it's going to let this quarter expire, which it does. I think you turn around and you you probably have to punt in 4th and 6, because otherwise you're giving them the ball inside the 30.
Not that I disagree with the fact that they're going to be inside the 30, obviously. I mean, it's on the field, but again, like you said earlier, what do we have to lose? If anything, if we can get a first down, it's going to be a big confidence booster. So just to let everybody know that next week is our 10th and final varsity game. It's a non-league crossover game versus Mount Tahoma. It's on Friday the 6th at 5 p.m. Just so you know, the video production will not be covering this game. So you're going to want to come on out and support them here in the stands. That'd be great for their last game. And they're going to need all the support they can possibly get.
Yeah, Mount Tahoma, I believe, has 1 victory on the year. I'm not sure if we're going to get our quarterback and our running back for that game or not, depending on the concussion protocol. And
I hope so for those 2 players.
Yeah, you always want to finish up your season if possible, because that's what you want to remember. So I know Lee, you'll be here, and I'll be here in the stands supporting these kids. But
yep,
yeah,
you got to be here for them.
So as we open up the 4th quarter, it's 4th and 6 with the ball on the 23-yard line. So
Something about a fall night, bands playing, football games going.
And South is back to punt. That's Nolan Souza back to punt. And nice kick, high kick. Returnable, caught at the 35, brings it on up. Nice tackle there. Brings it up to the 46-yard line. Tackle by number 29, Jeremy Garcia. So Timberline will start. Again, good field position. They have the ball on their own 46-yard line. 1st and 10. South Kitsap has a blitz coming on. Quarterback keeper. South reads it, only gains 1 yard. So nice job by the defense stuffing it. Brings up 2nd and 9.
That play, that defensive lineman looked like he was, a cowboy there wrestling a steer to the ground. He just jumped on top and threw him down.
So 2nd and 9 for Timberline, still in their pistol formation. Handoff off to the right-hand side, and again, read by the Wolves. Drops them for a loss of 3. And, you got to give it up to the student section. They're still out there cheering their hearts out for their friends, and, you really got to like that. So that brings up 3rd and 12.
Not to say that the game's completely out of reach, but as it starts to tick down here, I guess the one benefit of that would be hopefully getting some of those seniors in and making some final memories here at Kitsap Bank Stadium.
Oh, the quarterback was not ready for that, but got a jet sweep out to the left-hand side. And Wolves do a good
4th
job.
and 4 here, so, we haven't seen him punt all night, so I don't expect to see him punt tonight. Or see him punt right now either.
Yeah,
although that looks like their punter has come out.
Well, somebody came out. I don't know if it's a punter or not, but it's a punt formation, so we'll take our best guess.
I watched this fake. This is a big kid back there. He looks about 8 feet tall.
That's a good thing because the ball went about 8 feet tall. No, actually, a very nice punt. The ball goes into the end zone, so South Kitsap will start on the 20. So defense does their job. They stand up and stop the Blazers, and again, still.
We have a flag on the field there, Phil, and I don't know what that would have been for, unless it was a hold.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know he signaled fair catch, but you're allowed to do that and just let the ball hit the ground. So, and the only person back there was the returner.
Yep.
I know, but we're having a long conversation by the officials here.
You know, we talked going back to some of these traditions and whatnot. Greg, what's your favorite tradition or holiday during the year?
So we have a push in the back against Timberline. So that'll move the ball out 10 more yards. Yeah, I'm not sure what the long discussion is. Do you want the ball on the 20 or the 30? I'd take it on the 30 personally.
No, it's hard to say. I think one of my favorite traditions is actually the 4th of July over the summer. It's hard to beat. Nice weather. Usually barbecue some good food. And it's certainly nice to enjoy that vacation time too. Recharge, rewind. Although it hasn't seemed like I've had much of a chance to really enjoy it yet so far, but yeah, 4th of July really stands out as well.
So 1st and 10 on the 30 for South Kitsap. Nicole Craner again keeps it, goes around the right-hand side. Back to line of scrimmage and maybe about 2 more yards.
I think Timberline's pretty much on top of that play now.
Yeah, then it hasn't worked for a little bit, but you never know. Again, you get that one missed tackle, you might go for another 20. You know, but they certainly seem to be reading it well. So that brings up 2nd down for the Wolves. Again, Cole keeps it.
It's a big fella that just went on top of him.
Good to see him get up.
I don't think I'd have been able to get up.
Yeah, Cole bounces up. Again, one of those things when you're at your 2nd-string quarterback, you certainly don't want to see. Well, you don't want to see anybody get hurt in these games. I mean, they're all student athletes. But I think it would really hinder the Wolves' game.
He's a big boy on that Timberline line here. He's so big, it looks like the shirt came from Baby Gap.
Yeah, there's no doubt he's a big man. You know, his tackle. So we got 3rd and 10 for South Kitsap. It's a quick pass out, but unfortunately, receiver has to go to his knees to catch the ball, and it winds up being a loss of yardage. So that's going to bring up 4th and 13. And I think South Kitsap's going to go back and punt again. So Nolan Souza's out there to punt for South.
Nice punt. Nice kick.
Good job. Takes South Kitsap bounce. Just keep going.
We got a flag down, guys.
So flag on the play.
Could be roughing the kicker.
Down about the 17-yard line.
Full start, South Kitsap.
I won't be surprised if they make him kick that again.
Yeah, I think that was a really nice kick. Put the ball down to 25.
I'm surprised we didn't hear a whistle sooner on that then, being a false start. Seems like they waited an awfully long time.
Yeah, it's usually dead ball, so I'm not sure what the call, what the call is there, but looks like Timberline's lining up like they're going to go on offense. They have their offense out on the field. So I think they're going to march it off from the end of the kick. No, they're declining it.
I'm with Greg. I'm surprised it took him so long to blow the whistle there.
Looks like Timberline's going to show a little bit of sportsmanship there, just decline it and take the ball on the 23-yard line.
It's weird that they have the option, given that a false start's a dead ball foul.
Yeah, I wonder if we get the wrong signal there from the official, because there's an illegal shift or something like that.
It's automatic, is it? No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is raining fairly good out there at this point.
It's going to make all those leaves I got to rake this weekend nice and wet.
Well, it's good they won't blow around.
Well,
So quarterback run up the middle for about 2 yards.
look at the flag right now as the wind's starting to pick up a little as well out there. Not that I think that's going to determine the difference in the game as it stands.
Now we got just over 7.5 minutes left. Hand off to the right-hand side.
Nice tackle.
Good job. Picks up about a yard. Brings up 3rd and 6. You know, while we have a second, I think we should recognize this student-led production staff that we work with every week that make us look real good. And again, this is...
Well, they try to make us look good, I have to say.
Well, they certainly help us, and we appreciate all the hard work and efforts they put in.
Yeah, there's a reason they don't put you guys on camera.
Because they're smart. So we have 3rd and 7. South gets up with a blitz right up the middle, gets the quarterback. Oh, but he breaks free, gets away. He's
Timed
running.
it perfectly, too.
Nice job by the defense to get in there, but great job by the quarterback. He picks up about 20 yards on that.
I believe it was number 35 that came up the middle, and he still got back there to make the tackle.
It's a lot of hustle. Nice job sticking with it.
Who's number 35 for us there, Phil?
Number 35 is J.J. Leota.
Yeah, he did a great job. He never gave up, almost got the sack, and then he still gets the tackle.
So 1st and 10 from the 43. Handoff. Runs into a bunch of wolves, picks up 2 yards up to 45-yard line. So we'll have 2nd down 8 for Timberline.
You know, I want to give a shout out to Jim Robertson. Jim's been a photographer, volunteer photographer for the Wolves for many, many years, and he helps take some real memorable photos of all the boys. And a couple weeks ago, he snapped his Achilles and had some surgery. He's kind of laid up. He's getting around a little bit. But Jim, if you're listening to this, we appreciate all that you've done over the years for our boys and all the boys.
Fumble on the play, and South Kitsap recovers.
I think that was Jim doing that.
So ball is on the 48-yard line.
We have an injured Wolf. No, it was Jesse, and he's got up. Jesse Struts is up.
It looks like his arm is injured, though.
Might be a stinger.
Did they give the ball to Timberline?
Huh.
Oh, I thought we came up with it, but we're going to get a replay on that real quick here. Ball kicks out. Yep, you can see the Blazer just get on it. Next play is a pass play, kind of a short little pass out to the left, enough to pick up the 1st down to the 45-yard line. So it's going to be first down Timberline on the Wolves 45, 1st and 10.
Yeah, you got to figure Timberline at this point is just working the clock a little bit, getting some players in. You hope and think South is probably doing the same, letting those seniors play.
So another run play, another stuff by South. No gain on that play. 2nd and 10.
I think we lost a couple yards
Did
there.
they give him the loss? Okay, first, the far field judge was marking it at the line of scrimmage, but they're backing him up 4 yards. So great job by the South. So it'll be 2nd down and 14. Ball on the 49-yard line. Another run play up the middle. Gains about 6. So it'll be 3rd down and 8.
You know, speaking of traditions, there's always a flag football game on Thanksgiving morning up at Mullinex Field. So all you listeners out there, you know, if you want to get a little bit of exercise before you eat that turkey and pumpkin pie, stop by about 10:30 and join in some fun, good sport football.
I think last year it was that was the mud ball game, if I remember correctly, because I tried to avoid it. Timberline's back, another pass play. Quarterback throws just outside the reach of his receiver's hands. It stops the clock, but I think we the clock
flag on the field there.
We have an encroachment warning against South Kitsap, sideline warning against South Kitsap. There's no yardage on that on the first one. That's a warning.
Lee, I think the last couple of years you've had been nursing an injury and haven't been able to play. I hope you're able to play this coming Thanksgiving. It's always a good time.
Yeah, you know, as you get older, it's more than one injury. It's an injury everywhere.
So Timberline's back to punt again for a second time tonight. And there's a flag on the play. And the ball takes Timberline bounce down inside the 5-yard line. Nice.
I'm going to assume it was a false start since it was in the backfield.
Might have been that or a hold or, nope. It's against Timberline. That's a legal procedure penalty, so we'll see what the Wolves decide to do. I'd make them re-kick because the ball's inside the 5. Somebody else I'd like to give a shout out to is the athletic director assistant, Emma Ladeau. She's the one who provides us with all the stats and all the information for the kids so that we have some stuff to talk about here during these timeouts and everything. You know, at least she's probably at home listening to us, and again,
she's the one.
she's the one listening to us, but that's where we get all the names and everything from everybody. So it's great that she puts that together for us.
She does a nice job of that a couple days before the game, and she emails all that information out to us and has it up here in the booth for us. And she just does a great job. She really connects with the kids, and the kids like her, and I know she loves working with those kids and helping them so that they can go out and play and enjoy the whatever sport, whether it's football or volleyball or soccer, whatever it is. Bowling. So Lee, you're the coach of the bowling team. What do you look? You guys had a pretty good finish last year. Had some competitors at state, if I remember right.
Yes.
How's the team going to look this year? You got some strong returners?
We got a couple of strong returners. We got some new young ladies coming in as well. So it, you know, I really enjoy working with these young ladies. They're very good sports and they enjoy the sport. So it'll be fun.
Bottom line, that's what it should be about. Timberline gets back to punt again, but whistles blow and stop the play dead.
Well, I'm glad they got it right this time because they haven't been able to blow the whistle soon enough for the last 2 times they were response on the field.
If I remember right, years back, both Phil and Lee, you guys were ready to give some referees in some games some instruction on how to blow that whistle.
I've always been very kind to the officials.
Well, you offered the advice kindly, I know.
Yes, yeah. So that was I believe, a legal substitution by the Wolves. So now we're down to 4th and 8. Basically, ball's back where it was to begin the 4th down. It's a much shorter punt, but it gets a good roll.
Definitely a favorable bounce.
And it'll stop in right about the 12-yard line. So the Wolves pick up about 7 yards on that exchange.
And no hankies on the field that time, so we can get back to playing some football here.
Just over 2:30 to go. That would be nice to see one final drive and score from us if we can get one here.
Yeah, I'd give the seniors something to remember if we can come on down to the final drive of the game and put some points on the board.
And I know there's still one more game to go, but Greg, this is obviously senior night, and one thing I'm sure you remember is going into the locker room on senior night. It's probably not one of the most favorable things. And I know you still you played basketball and other sports afterwards, but football is just that different feeling altogether.
It is different. Luckily it's not their last game. They'll get a chance to come out and play again, but senior night's a tough one, especially to lose. It's supposed to be kind of this joyous celebration, and when you don't do as well as you had hoped, it's kind of puts a damper on things. So luckily they do get to come out and play again next week in that crossover game, but end of season's never fun for football. There's just so much that goes into it.
And that's the first time we've hosted a crossover game in many years, Usually the field is not up to it, and we just can't do that, and we have to play away. So it's kind of just the first time I can remember being here for a crossover game.
Yeah, it's certainly a unique opportunity. It's going to be a lot of fun that we can host it and get back to it. But something new in the league for sure that South's had, especially with the revamping of kind of the league as a whole, restructuring, and it'll be interesting to say the least.
So that brings up 3rd and 11 with the ball on the 13-yard line.
We just had have a surprise guest up here, Coach John Callahan, South Kitsap Wolves head basketball coach. You want to give your hand at being Dandy Don up here?
Dandy Don, yeah. Shoot, that Howard Cosell next door is up pretty awesome.
When does basketball turnout start?
Let's see, we start November 16th. So.
Yeah, I know you got some. I know you got some returners back. Got some newcomers coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Eric Watry, Isaiah Lewis, Daniel Tomkowitz. Those are 3 guys off the top. James Buckley. So we returned some guys that. Yeah, they got some minutes last year. So we should be okay.
It'll be fun for you there, John. I actually saw a sweatshirt the other day, something to do with men wrestle during the season while boys play basketball.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What kind of men?
The strong kind. So that brings the ball up to the 50-yard line. Nice punt by Mr. Souza. And Timberline will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 49. With just over a minute left to go.
Okay, guys, who invited him up?
I guess he needs to take your corner. Now, hopefully, with all the other sports coming up in the new season, with basketball and wrestling, bowling, hopefully it all goes well for all those athletes.
So we have a run up the right-hand side. Gain of about 8 yards, under a minute left to go.
Yeah, some of these athletes will be playing sports year-round. The transition is quick. I remember ending up football on a Friday and then turning out for basketball the following Monday. And so some of these athletes are at it all year, and you'll be seeing them and hearing their names consistently across the SK school year.
Well, guys, as the clock runs down here, I just want to say it's been a lot of fun broadcasting these games. I know that we're not the biggest experts, but it's been a lot of fun, and we appreciate the opportunity. You guys have been fun. We've had some good times up here, and tonight we had a good chicken dinner, which I think Coach Callahan was looking for. But Greg, you finished that chicken up.
So that's a run up the right-hand side for the Blazers, and we have 10 seconds left, and I believe the clock's going to run out before the next play gets off. So the game is over. So we want to thank you all for joining us at this South Kitsap High School football game. I'd like to thank the students again, the video production program at South Kitsap made this television program possible. I'd like to thank all you gentlemen for working together with us this year. It's been a lot of fun. And again, the final score was, they already shut down the scoreboard.
Yep, it's goodbye from him.
So long and
good night,
evening from
Port
South
Orchard
Kitsap High School.